What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back to talk about Married to Medicine. I felt like it was a really good episode. I'm not going to talk about everything, guys. I'm going to just tell y'all the gist of what happened, and then we will get to what I really care about, honey, okay? So, with Married to Medicine, basically we see Simone, she's still working on the front lines, to confront the whole COVID-19 pandemic. Then we see Contessa. She discusses her marital problems with Dr. Jackie. I really like those two together. I feel like Contessa could learn a lot from Jackie on being a little bit more patient. I like Jackie's observations of Contessa. She feels like she's all over the place because y'all heard Contessa when she was, getting ready to talk about her husband. And, she was saying, well, she's not in counseling. And Jackie was like, girl, you got 3 kids. You and your husband still having issues. You starting this new business. Contessa gets to saying, well, I did this new business for us. No, Contessa, you did that for you. And that's fine. That's fine. I don't know, guys. I just feel like her husband is checked out of that marriage. I kind of saw it last season. I could be wrong, but that's just what I see. It seemed like he's not really interested in her. Or maybe she's overly ambitious for him. She's always into something else. And it's kind of like he was getting aggravated with that. So, that's kind of what I see, when I look at them. I really do like Contessa, though. I think she brings a lot to the show. She's hardworking. She's a good mom. And I feel like she really does mean well. I love this new practice that she's coming out with. I think she's going to be helping addictive patients, people that have been hooked on drugs and, different things. Y'all know the history of her dad being hooked on drugs when she was a kid. So she wants to, give back in that way. I feel like that is really good. But like Jackie said, you need to get into counseling. You need to learn to, talk out all your feelings. You have a lot on your plate and you can't just be superwoman thinking you could get it all done by yourself. So I really felt like that was some real sound advice that Jackie gave her. So next we see Toya. She is struggling, to homeschool her children. They are behind with their assignments. Why, Toya, bitch? You got one motherfucking job and it ain't playing tennis. We see Toya and her friend Anela, they get to playing tennis and stuff. Toya seemed like she really enjoys it, but Toya needs to, just focus on her children, getting those assignments turned in at the right time. I feel so bad for Eugene, you guys, because he just looked like he is a husband that, he works a lot, and I don't think he receives the emotional support that he needs from his wife, Toya. I don't know how the hell he puts up with her. Toya comes off as self-centered, bratty, spoiled. She's always trying to spend up some money. I got another video coming out where she gets to talking about Quad on Watch What Happens Live. And then she even talked about, they showed a clip of, the stuff she was saying on about Quad on this live. And I'm like, Toya, you just all over the place. And Toya needs to start her own business. She needs something fulfilling to do, right? Besides, just being a mom. And being a mom, it is an important job, but Toya needs something, she needs to become deeper if she's gonna really be able to stay on this show and connect with these women. And I think that that's the issue with her and Contessa. Like Simone said, Contessa does not respect Toya. And I saw it a long time ago when Contessa made that comment about Toya having a party, celebrating paying off the IRS. She was like, okay, are we really having a party because, we decided to pay our bills, So Contessa just does not understand Toya. She feels like Toya is silly. Toya keeps also bringing up how she's an Aries. What do we know about Aries? They are the children of the zodiac. I've been best friends with Aries, and I have dated a couple of Aries guys. They are very childish. They're very stubborn. They're very, stuck in their ways. They could be fun-loving and have a good time, and, they they know how to bring a youthful energy to things, but, they got their shit with them, and I definitely see that with Toya. She at the table talking about, what if you have 4 and 5 childs, you have to take care of? And Eugene shot back at her. He was like, you mean children? Like, damn, girl, Toya, you need to be in school with them children, okay? Paying attention in the English class, honey. I'm just saying. Eugene looking at her like, child, your brain cells is just leaving your body, honey. All right, honey. So next we see Miss Quad, honey. She is back in the building. They need Quad on this show. I don't care what nobody say. They need Quad or Mariah. I can't even believe I'm saying that, but they need somebody to kind of spice it up, because other than that, to me, you guys, it would just be a dead ass season. You just got a whole bunch of whining and acting childish and throwing tantrums. You got to deal with that with Toya. You got Jackie and Simone. They're not talking. They used to really be the foundation, of this show. We all look forward to seeing them talking and, carrying on in their friendship. So I was happy to see Quad. She says she's back dating several people. She throws shade at Heavenly because she's at Heavenly's house, and she gets to saying how Heavenly should not have a 3-story closet because where are her fashions? I was cracking up, okay? That damn Heavenly gets to tell it, Quad, well, I've only been with one man because they talking about sex and stuff. Heavenly, child, I don't believe you. I think you done been with somebody else besides Daddy, honey, okay? So Heavenly gets to ask Quad, how she feel about Toya, and Quad is like, me and Toya is cool, and Heavenly is like, for real? Well then, bitch, if y'all so cool, why did I see her on a live talking about you like this, And it was that live where Toya got drunk and got to talking about, all her cast members. I feel like Toya acts out like that so she could simply stay on the show, because the rest of them are pretty solidified in their careers, but what the hell she got to, go back to, okay? So you got Cecil talking shit about Quad on the live, and then Toya is saying Quad only films with Heavenly, and they are only in that bullshit ass apartment. Now, didn't Quad have a house? I'm confused. Didn't we see her purchase a house last season after her divorce from Dr. G? But yeah, Toya looked horrible going in on Toya like that. That's exactly what I'm talking about with Cecil. And he was right by Simone, and he all up in the women's business. And Simone, you don't have a right to, get mad at people for checking your husband, because he be all up in the women's business. You don't see nobody else man all up in the Kool-Aid like that, okay? So Quad immediately gets upset about what Toya was saying about her, and she says she should be the last person to talk about anybody's house because, honey, she had to beg, borrow, and steal to get the house that she got, and took out a personal loan. Honey, not a personal loan, to get the pool that she has. I was like, oh shit, come on, Quad, Miss Quad. I am so happy to see you, my dear, okay? And I believe what she's saying about Toya. Everything that Quad said about Toya was just perfect. It makes a lot of sense. She said that Toya lives above her means. Toya feels like material items is something that one should have to impress people. She feels like Toya definitely gets her sense of self from material items and homes and cars and, being fancy. And y'all remember all that shit with them back taxes her and Eugene had to go through a couple of seasons ago because Toya don't know how to live, within her budget. And Eugene just let her do whatever she want, honey. So Miss Quad ain't told not one lie, honey. Okay, tell me where she lied at. Heavenly asks Quad, honey, how does she know so much about Toya's financial business? And Quad said, honey, I know people everywhere, honey, and the streets be talking. Like I told you, I believe Quad. I really do. Quad also mentioned that, Toya don't give a damn if she works Eugene into an early grave. Now, we saw that when they had that tax issue. He was picking up all them shifts. And, these are 12-hour shifts. This man got to work, to pay these damn taxes off. Toya said she was helping, but even now, it's like she's not sensitive to how hard that man works. He's on the front lines. We saw Contessa on the front lines, Dr. Simone, Jackie, they put in a lot of work and a lot of, long hours, So, and especially, during this pandemic, trying to keep everybody safe and they watching people die every day, they have to go through a lot being in the healthcare field. Child Quad comes up with a little song called Toya is on Dead on Top of Dead, Dead on Top of Dead, okay? What is that? YG song? Racks on Racks on Racks, that's where she got it from. So next we got Toya's friend Anela. She's going to have this big Indian party, kind of celebrating her heritage. And she got her mom and her sister there and her sister's kids, her kids, So, she wants to invite Simone and Cecil. I don't know if Cecil was there, but I know I saw Toya and Eugene. They was there, and Anelia's husband, he was there as well. That man kind of shady, honey. Okay. And she invites Contessa because she has really taken to Contessa. She likes her a lot, but she notices there's still some underlying tensions between Toya and Contessa. So she wants to try to patch their relationship up. So that's why she invites Contessa to the party, because she's like, I feel like whatever, y'all are going through is really petty, and I want y'all to work things out. Contessa, honey, she wasn't feeling that. She just feel like her and Toya just don't get along. And they will never get along, you guys, because they are so different. And you really saw it on this episode. So they all at the little dinner party that Nelia then put together, and Toya gets to telling Contessa, I feel like me and you have been on this up and down roller coaster and we just never can see eye to eye. I invited you to a holiday party. You didn't want to take your shoes off. Contessa's like, bitch, you still mad about that? Like, I'm over that. I got more important things to focus on. And see, that's what I'm saying. Contessa is different. She on the front lines every day, like Simone, Jackie, Eugene, she is in the healthcare field. So, she's doing very important work. And, Toya isn't. Yes, you are a mother. A lot of us, we're mothers. I'm not trying to downplay being a mother, you guys, but Toya don't have as many responsibilities as Contessa. She's not responsible and mature like Contessa. So she's just never going to get Contessa, and Contessa is never going to get her, and Contessa is just over it. So the Anelia girl's like, no, you guys, I just want you all to try to, bridge the gap, try to get along at least for tonight. And Contessa is just like, in the world of COVID, this is so, not a factor to me. It's so unimportant, to even have any drama with you. And Toya was like, well, bitch, don't try to make it seem like COVID is the issue, because I got to deal with COVID too. No, you don't, Toya. Not like Contessa. You don't have that job. Okay, so, well, my husband has to deal with it. And do you even care about what he's going through, Toya? Like his emotional state, and, like, girl, you just selfish. You don't understand nothing. Okay. She's just all about herself, you guys. And it's just really sad. And this, episode really displayed that. If you had any doubts before, I feel like this episode really showed you who Toya is. Okay. So Contessa gets frustrated and she tells Anelia, if you want a relationship with me, you could just call me. I don't want nothing to do with Toya. I'm about to get up and leave. She feels attacked. I don't blame Contessa. As Contessa is trying to leave, Anelia is stopping her. And Anelia's mom, I'm like, bitch, let Contessa go. You can't hold her hostage. Scott is sitting there at the damn table not saying nothing. This is your wife. Take up for your wife. Say something. So to me, Contessa need to get rid of Dr. Scott. He ain't giving her no emotional support at all, okay? Eugene tells Anela, look, because Contessa finally walks off, her and Dr. Scott, they leave. But I like what Eugene said to Anela. He said, look, everybody got different personalities and everybody is just not going to get along and see eye to eye. And I agree with that. But Anela, she was like, well, the fact that, she just left my party like that. I'm like, bitch, hold up now. I thought your intention was to try to be cool with Contessa and understand, where she's coming from. And I know you are, Toya's ride or die. But don't treat Contessa like that, like she was being rude. She told you she felt like she needed to leave and you should have let her. And then it's going to be this shit next week where she confronts Contessa saying Contessa, disrespected her mother. And, well, that's what we do in the Indian culture. We, put our hands on people to, that way we could work things out. And Contessa was like, I'm black. Honey, you don't put your hands on a black person. I'm with Contessa. You don't do those things, honey, or there will be some consequences and repercussions. Okay, so yeah, I'm not feeling Anela. I thought I was going to kind of like her a little bit, but she kind of manipulative, okay? She is. Did y'all see Toya was laughing when Contessa and Scott walked off? She was laughing childish, very childish, so... The episode pretty much went off. It was weird how it went off. They started showing all these other scenes, and I'm like, is this included in this episode, or is it next week? Child, we'll talk about it next week, but that was it. That's all I got. All right, you guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.